And welcome in. Happy Friday, everybody. Welcome to the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. I am one half of your host and your virtual bartender, Mr. Nick Teodoro. Joining me, as always, my tag team partner in life, my wife, Miss Nicole. Nicole, what are you having?
Oh, you guys know me. Some Tito, some orange, some cranberry juice. Mr. Nick, tell the people what you're drinking and our three things for the show.
I'm drinking my J-Lore 7 Oaks Cabernet, as per use, as you'd like to say. Well, Tiffany Stratton wins the U.S. title, but was it the right time? Hendry debuted on Raw, but did he get over? And Fatu brutally assaults Roman Reigns, but what's next? We're reacting to the week in pro wrestling on Friday, May 1st, 2026. This is the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
Gasoline and groceries, the list goes on and on. This 9 to 5 ain't working. Why the hell do I work so hard? I can't worry about my problems. I can't take them when I'm gone. 1, here comes the 2 to the 3 to the 4. Tell him bring another round when he's let it roll. 2 stepping on the table, she don't need a dance floor. All right. Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jack Daniels got our history. There's a party downtown near Fifth Street. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy. Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Welcome back in, everybody. If you're new here, smash the old like and subscribe. If you're a regular, you know we love having you. Nikki, it's been a fun week.
It's been a week.
A little bit, well, less than a week.
Less long the fun.
But we're back to straight our main roster stuff, WWE, AEW, our normal Friday show. But, Nikki, a lot to get to.
Yep.
But first, a few fun show announcements.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, the Nick Club's going on tour.
Yep. There's a lot going on because you sign us up for so many things.
I know. We got a bunch of dates.
Your tag team and
We got in 2 short weeks, Steven guest hosting for 80s Wrestling Con live from Parsippany, New Jersey. That's going to be fun. We're going SSPW. We're also going to
Nick's taking me to the fair.
When you stuffed animal.
I want 2 stuffed animals.
With an arrow. You know, like the bone arrow. They have the bone arrow things.
Okay. I don't know if I trust you with the bone arrow, but okay.
Yeah. I'm good enough.
I get.
What's up, Kat? World Tour happening this spring. Absolutely.
I know. We can't just sit. You're always got us doing stuff.
Well, we completed leg 1 of the tour, if you will.
Yes.
Saturday. TCW, another level of insanity. What a great show. We were next to your boy Joey Janela.
I know. I was like, did you tell him that a big event? And like, my wife just stared at you the whole time.
Yes. No, we didn't have that kind of a moment for you. Sorry. But
fine.
What a great show. Michael Fain was in action against Jack Martins. We had Joey Janela against Dr. Sleep, Anthony Ngone. But if you didn't catch it, here's some highlights from the first half of the show, because you got to be at the next one. But get a little Nick Club view of the action.
As time ticks by, still I try. No rest for cross-ups in my mind. On my own, here we go. My eyes feel like they're gonna bleed. Dried up and bulging out my skull. My mouth is dry. My face senses numb. Fucked up and spun out in my room. On my own, here we go.
And
Yes.
so, a friend of the show, Mr. James, putting work in.
I know, he had a great match. He got screwed, though. In the end,
Ugh, stupid.
Justin Vane,
Devout.
yeah,
Hate them all.
is the new TCW middleweight champion. But
And our girl Fran looking real strong.
yeah,
Her little
Fran got a
cheese.
win. So, Franchini,
Love
friend
her.
of the show. Cheese.
What's going on, guys? Tony Cini,
Francesca!
and you're watching the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour, brother.
It makes me laugh so hard. Just like, hey, Francesca! Brother. Oh, love them. Love seeing.
Speedy recovery to Tony.
Yes, Tony, get better.
Can't
Fran.
wait. That return is going to be epic. for TCW.
Epic!
But yes, fun times on Saturday. But Nikki, that was Saturday. We move forward. We've got a lot more fun times headed to TCW, SSPW, all that along coming. But let's move along to one of everyone's favorite segment of the show. My favorite, your favorite, obviously Nikki's favorite, because it's Nikki's non-kayfabe news.
Well, we sort of broke it a little bit last week, and I feel like we kind of have to address it here for the full week and the full monstrosity of it. But as you know, it's the week after WrestleMania, and we get releases. Some people that were like, oh no. Some people are like, okay. And then some people are like, who? So it really ran the gamut. I think, people were upset about Aleister Black and his wife Zelina Vega.
Well, let's start there.
Okay, you want to start there?
Because, there's so much to unpack. First off, forget his first run where he was supposed to be a Royal Rumble winner to challenge Brock Lesnar at one point in time. But now, supposedly there was talk that the creative was that he was going to be in the Pat McAfee role, right? He had that devil's advocate gimmick. That's what he's been running backstage, which is, I think, been going over pretty well. And he's been getting wins out of it. I also said, if they didn't think that this gimmick was over, pair him with another group that did get released, the Wyatt Six. I just felt like, as a leader, because or give him a House of Black type stable, because I think his character needs that. But there are, I don't know, there's things I'm hearing and reading reports that maybe he's hard to work with or whatever it may be. But I don't know. I just think this is a huge, huge miss once again, and of a main event top tier talent.
Well, now
I just don't understand.
Again, the back and forth was this a Triple H call? Was this a TKO call? Did TKO go to Triple H and be like, you need to trim, X amount of fat? And then there was also a report, I believe, I don't know if it was yesterday or this morning, that apparently TKO didn't want the spooky people. So that's why Aleister Black is gone. That's why the Wyatt Six is gone. That's why it was, I think earlier this week, Alexa Bliss said that evil Alexa, dark Alexa is no more. I don't think they like the dark characters.
I hope to God that's not the case, because I think that's a lot of what pro wrestling is all about. Is a lot of people love the dark characters. The Undertaker, Bray Wyatt, Kane, those characters were super over. Even the little bit that Papa Shango was in the early 90s. I love those gimmicks and those characters. I think are what's great about wrestling. And yeah, and then that leads into the Wyatt Six gone. Okay. The poor legacy of Bray Wyatt. The only thing that they'll have is the tag titles, and at least they got the lantern back at the end.
It was the lead up to the debut and the debut were so amazing and so cool. It was a horror movie, and Chad Gable's dead in the corner. It's and they didn't follow up, and then they feuded for 6 months with the MFTs, who are also going over nowhere over a lamp. They gave them nothing.
Yeah, well, I remember, what was interesting is that, I don't know, not many people love him, but Vince Russo had the idea of just having these, he thought they should be booked in their own universe. and like they should never really come out on Raw. Like it should just be kind of like a House of
Who would
Horror.
they feud with?
Just everyone kind of, you could put anybody in those. You could have
So you have, but then the other
someone who has a character crisis at any point in time has to go visit the Wyatts and maybe overcome something. You could do main eventers, you could do mid card guys, you could do a lot of different things. Tag teams trying to stay together, like the Street Profits were at one point in time, right?
Well, I'm like at this point, I'm more excited. Like the video came out with Loomis. I guess I'm assuming he's going back to Samuel Shaw. You see Indy Hartwell, like, and that's not how you take braids out of your hair. I'm worried. He's got 3 months to have his hair grow back, but that's not how you. That's not how you cut braids out of.
Yeah.
But like her cutting the braids and him shaving, and you just see the mustache. I was like, give me that guy back. Give me the killer guy from TNA. Like, have him go. I don't know if he can go back to TNA at this point, but like they do have some people that like
TNA
a Nick,
like a WWE,
like a Nick. What?
Like TNA, I feel like even though
true, but then
all the partnerships, like
true, we say that, but I look at Nick Nemeth and I look at Mustafa Ali. I didn't say that right. Mustafa Ali, like those people like left WWE and they're just sort of TNA. Like, Nick Nemeth did come back to have that one match, but like I think that I'm hoping that's still an option.
That's saying creative should let Bo control his creative, and maybe you've gotten over it. Yeah. I mean, I just don't think so. That's a good point, Kate. Sorry. But the thing about that is, I don't know. Like, Bo doesn't have the natural charisma for that dark character that Bray did, and that's what I like. Wonder, like I don't know. Maybe he had a vision for the Uncle Howdy character originally that he could have enacted, but like to me, the Bo Dallas that originally came in, the Bo Leave character, was more Bo Dallas than it was. Than this character. I don't know.
I disagree because if you think back in the Bray documentary, and a lot of it was Bo, like talking about when Bray left and all the things that they were creating, they were doing that the spoopy, they were like in the caves filming stuff, and like I don't know, it was a horror movie or whatever they were doing, and then when they came back on TV together, it's like, oh, we get to be monsters together on TV, and I feel like Bray and Bo were so kind of collaborative in that, and I also don't think maybe in the beginning we got to see Bo have creative, but obviously once they kind of debuted, I think that was all out the window. Because again, him writing I remember sitting on the couch pausing everything and like reading what he was writing and like how each letter was for each of the people and why he was, collecting them into the family. And it's just like, that was so interesting. So maybe if they did give him time. Again, I feel like all these people don't get the opportunity to show. Again, like Nikki Cross hasn't wrestled in 1,000 years. And then she's basically trademarked her indie name again. I'm like, I want to see her go out. And I want to see Loomis go out. Like, is Gacy going to go back and be the Deathmatch King again? Like, I think it's more for them to.
That'd be fun to see Gacy on the indies.
Yeah, so I'm hoping. Again, I don't want to shove everyone into AEW because I feel like that's what everyone's doing. But like,
well, let's talk about AEW. Someone I think who got released who probably fitting in nicely, Kairi Sane.
Kenny said he would take her a while ago. I don't know.
I think that's a perfect spot for her. I mean, if she doesn't, go back overseas, but to me, that division, you can throw her right in there. She could be TBS, like a contender for the TBS title immediately, or give her a Willow, and like if Willow's still champion 3 months from now, like that would be a hell of a match. I mean, Nina, like all that talent that's over in AEW right now.
I do agree. I think someone who I'd be excited to see Kairi, but I think I'd be even more excited to see Kaylee Ray, Alba Fire, when she was like, Kaylee Ray would batter her. Reese, you have to say it. I'm sorry. I'm more excited about her because, again, her being in the longest, was she the longest or one of the longest UK women's champions, and then like I feel like she got stuck with like a shit gimmick, and I feel like she was just like so cool before she got to WWE, and I was like, no, don't give me that one back.
Well, I want that one. I did like her character then with Insecure.
Yeah, and then Chelsea said like you haven't seen like the tip of her. She's like go out and like she's like we didn't get to see how good she could be. Yeah. So I'm excited for her to go out and do things.
Yeah. So. I don't know. Another possible. I thought they were going to stay on as like coaches because I thought that was part of the deal. But the Motor City Machine Guns, that I think go right if they're still looking to wrestle as a team, like go to AEW, help save that tag division and bring it back to its glory in AEW.
But they're just gonna go in there and have a match with the Young Bucks, and I don't.
No, I think there's a lot still like they can build up in that time. You can build up the Rascals in at that point in time. I still would like to see the Acclaim get back there, but I guess not.
Oh yeah, now that. Yeah, that seems kind of out of nowhere, but I guess we can get to that when we get to the AEW.
We'll get to the AEW.
Yeah.
But I mean, they strapped a rocket to them, gave them the tag titles in their first month at the company. Like, talk about a super big disappointment. And then they just like disappeared.
W doesn't give a shit about
AJ,
tag teams. Also, did you see Alexis King tweeted that like a picture of AJ in the ring, and he's like, "Oh, this is my basically my coach now, my trainer now." If AJ could mold Alexis King, I think you'd have a megastar. I think there's hints because he had like his dark side of and unfortunately his dark side of the ring when he was talking about his father. I feel like he was engaging, and I think there was blips and blops of it on AEW. When he first came in as Lexus King in NXT, it was like, woof. I feel like he's kind of got his footing with this faction, but him, AJ style, like in his ear, like do this, tweak that, blah, blah. Because AJ's all about the little things and how the little things matter. I think, you'd have a star. In like 3 to 5 years, I think you'd have a star.
Yeah. But Nikki, anything else on the other cuts before we?
No, I feel like we beat this to death. I feel like everyone's been talking about this. I don't any of the NXT kids I'm not surprised by. Everyone was like, about Tyra May because she's an Olympian. I didn't like her. That's the only season we watched, the first season of LFG, and I did not like her.
Oh yeah.
We like the other girl that I don't think's there anymore. I think she got.
I didn't see that. I didn't know she was part
of it. Yeah. Tyra May got cut. She was one of the lower, and I feel bad for Zoe Stark.
Yeah, Tyra May.
Again, I feel like she, getting good in the ring, needed to work on her promo skills.
What's up, Mikey?
Hello, Fred.
Ignored and left cold.
Yeah.
It was. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see where everyone ends up. 90 days. 90 days, somewhere in July 24th.
24th, according to Loomis. I'm assuming he's going back to Sam Mitchell. I don't know. Maybe he'll get a new name. But if him and Indy, 30 seconds. If him and Indy can do kind of what like Cardona and Chelsea were doing, and then Cardona and Steph DeLander, if they can be this new like crazy indie power couple, because they were so great. Like that's when that was towards the end, and I kind of after I think when they had their wedding and went to 2.0, I kind of like stopped watching NXT. But Indy and him together, give me that on the Indies. Steven Singer girlfriend saved. She just won a competition. Did you see she won some bodybuilding competition?
No, I did not see that.
No, her hair's down. She's in a very tiny bikini. I'm surprised you didn't snatch that up.
No. Sorry. Contrary to popular belief. Not just looking up. Unlike you and Kat, looking up photos for Austin Theory and Seth Rollins. Not just all about that for me, okay? I'm actually doing research.
Anywho, you can hit my music.
All right, I'll hit it. All right, Nikki. Actually, let's take a quick 5-second break for station identification.
This is Speedball Mike Bailey, and you are watching the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Eyebrows. Everyone does the eyebrows.
Eyebrows.
The people's eyebrows. All right, Nikki, let's get into AEW.
Yes.
So, well, ladies' choice, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. Where do you want to start at the beginning? You want to start at the end, or do you want to start the weird beard segment?
Wherever. Just say it and we'll
start with the weird beard.
No particular order. We're just
start with the weird beard segment that made me upset.
All right, go ahead.
I thought you had a thing for it.
I don't have any. No, I don't have any.
Oh, you don't have any videos. Why did John Moxley tickle Pac? It really upset me.
Oh, that's what you're.
That really upset me. he gets sort of attacked and sort of kidnapped, and he shows up and gets him here to train, and then Moxley tickles Pac.
Is it supposed to be what's the Stockholm Syndrome situation? Because
and he's like, "Where's the ring?" And they all like giggle. I'm like, "What is?" I don't know where this is going, and I'm fearful.
That's actually a great question. Yeah, I don't know if like, does it end up with him and the Death Riders? Does it end up with him trying to destroy it? Like, I'm thinking Randy Orton Wyatt family situation. Like he's in it to destroy it, but there was no. Like, I don't get where you go from being randomly kind of abducted and, like, talked to.
And that weird, like,
I guess.
We talked in the dark, and I guess he flirted with you enough to come show up, and he's like, "Where's the ring?" And I'm like, I don't know.
Like, I know, I can see the idea of, like, he needs to turn into this darker person and then turn heel, but I don't think he needs to be, like, if he turns heel, I'm seeing Kenny Omega light. That's how I view it. Like, I don't know if I want to see a heel Will Ospreay if that's what it's heading towards. I don't know.
No.
I'm very confused on just how quickly this.
Again, I
but
feel
that's
like,
kind of a Tony Khan staple. It feels like.
I don't know. I thought we would see Max versus Ospreay for Triple B in August. Again, August is a way away, so hopefully we can get there. But I don't know. This segment, something about it I was like, yeah, I don't know.
Joe says, why does Mox do anything?
Very true, but he was just like, it's like, no.
He said he laughs so hard and kind of hear with Mox. Then again, in Chaos, Crown Shades of Dean Ambrose. Mikey, he thinks he figured out the story. Oh, well, call in and let us know because I am really, really curious because I think it has to do with turning him heel. I'm like, I threw it in the chat like, will this turn Ospreay heel? But actually, the chat completely disagrees with me. so
I don't know. I don't know if it turns him whatever. I don't know. Maybe I'm just more obsessed with him touching Pac that turned me off from all of this. But Mikey, I want to hear all your theories.
Your tickles. You're just
don't tickle him. Don't tickle him. If he did it to Cesaro or maybe like Yuta or like it's just because it's Pac, and that's what upset me.
Kat was there for Dynamite. It was great. Yeah, Kat, gotta let us know. Call and let us know the live details. I heard it was one of the biggest draws since like 2024. So I'm very interested on what that live vibe and crowd was like. It seemed like Darby was super over as well. I don't know. Well, before we get to the main event, I guess, is there anything else that's in particular? They upped the ante. It's going to be an I Quit match for Cope and Cage.
But wasn't there another stipulation on top of it? And then they added so it's just, wasn't there something else? Like, yes, they're going to,
they can't tag together.
Yeah, but wasn't there something else? Wasn't it like a street fight or something? No, it's just a New York street fight. And then they put the I Quit on top of it, correct? Isn't there like stipulation after stipulation and they're like stacking this real?
It's the next one's going to be like, it's not an I Quit match, it's your fired match. It's just going to keep going. It's like, you're not my buddy, pal. You're not my pal, friend. It's a loser, and then it's going to be like, loser leaves town.
Like, loser can't wrestle.
Loser leaves AEW. Yeah, Cope and Cage.
But then who's having? Wasn't there supposed to be a street fight in New York? I thought they were having the street fight. Please, someone correct. I guess I'm wrong. I thought that there was something on top of this.
But yeah, I'm trying to see.
But then, really, none of them have. He's got the Educator. Which are they still calling?
Educator?
Yeah, wasn't that when he's the knee hold sort of deal?
Yeah, it's like a weird inverted. It's kind of like Rhea Ripley's lock.
The prism.
Yeah,
and then they have the sharpshooter. It's to me not really devastating.
You have nobody's gonna do the STF with the bar.
I don't like him doing that.
I know, but that's what it's gonna be. Or the crossface with the chair bar. That's how they're gonna end up doing it. But don't know. I mean, probably unnecessary. But it'd be interesting, like, if, like, Christian goes back to being heel and just, like, says, like, quit. You know,
Just what I want. I want Christian to go back to heel. I feel like we all loved heel Christian, banging everyone's mom. I don't know. I don't want this.
I know what you...
See,
I don't need to change a thing. I am perfect just the way I am.
See, Mikey said street fight with an I quit. I know I wasn't going crazy. Thank you, Mikey.
Car crash. Yeah, Steven got it. He knows. But, I mean, anything else in the mid-card? I mean, I was surprised that MJF lost to Kevin Knight. Great match.
Great match, but I think this is, are they, again, I hate not comparing, but like, is this giving him more like a kind of like a Drew McIntyre, like he's sort of this kind of like justified heel that like there was some shenanigans, there was the low, like could this just be maybe some more losses under his belt? Because again, to me, I think MJF can take a loss and he looks fine. I don't think him, again, I think he gives more, I think he's a very giving wrestler. I think he made the Jet look great. But I still want that Ospreay him match in August. So, but fun match. I think, again, he can take a loss.
He also confronts Andrade about not getting the job done to Darby because he's still kind of floating around the main event scene. So, we'll see. A couple things. I mean, women's tag match again. Divine Dominion won.
Oh, Theckless promo. There's a lot of dumb bitches.
Yeah.
I love her. I love there was someone like I didn't really know her blips and blops and she came in and I was like, the bitch is a star.
Yeah, and she's helping to get over Sky Blue as well and Giulia Hart. So,
but oh my god, that was just so fun.
Yeah. But Nikki, let's get to the main event in the evening. So I don't think there's really much.
We have to talk about that promo tomorrow because I feel like there was a little bit of you and a little bit of me in that promo. It was like we're both Thecla. We'll talk.
You mean Sunday?
No, tomorrow.
Are you live tomorrow?
Yes, Lipsticks and Lariats move the next 2 weeks because we have Mom coming over on Sunday to celebrate Mom's birthday, and then the next Sunday is Mother's Day.
That's right.
We love our mothers on Mother's Day.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, so yes.
Catch that witch
Tomorrow, 3 p.m.
Fun show. I forgot to mention that announcement as Mikey's in the chat. We are probably coming up with a concept that if we had the pencil, the BCP, WrestlePod, and myself, we're going to do a once-a-month show. Just like we used to at Crossover on Mikey's channel. So now we're going to do a little bit, mixing it up a little bit.
I do. I love all the podcasts are coming together and then having fun little spin-off shows and then coming together and doing fun things separately. So again, I love this little thing that we're building and, Kat and I tomorrow at 3 p.m. EST so we can talk some SH.
All right. Well, I feel like Joe is talking about Darby and his call. So let's talk about it. So this is one thing. So Darby Allin, Brody King, great match. I thought really, really solid match. The ending, the finish with the coffin drop. He gets in after he gets dropped on the floor. Brody King just gets in to hit it just in time to break the 10, but he gets hit by a coffin drop and nice win for Darby. A lot of carnage, like a typical Darby Allin match, car crash match. But I wonder, and you know how I am.
Oh no!
I just wonder,
nope.
So Darby Allin retains.
Yeah.
But is his title push or his title reign getting at the expense of others? Because think about this: you have Tommaso Ciampa, who's in and out of TNT title and mid card, and I feel like he hasn't really won much since then. He's beat since Darby's won, right? You have Ciampa. Now you have Brody King, who I've talked about numerous times on the show. I feel like shouldn't be challenging for this belt unless he's winning it. And he's lost now twice for this belt, which I also could speculate maybe there's even though he's super over, maybe there's a heel turn coming for Brody King. I don't know. So now he's got wins over those two, and now he's facing Kevin Knight next week, and I don't think there's a snowball's chance in hell of Kevin Knight's winning that match. Now, I know Kevin Knight did get a win over MJF.
MJF's going to get involved in that match.
Yeah, but, like, I just wonder, is it at the expense of others?
I don't think so.
That Darby Allin's they're trying to legitimize his title reign, his title run at the expense of, like, you could, I don't know, like, you could throw a more main event talent, proven talent in this role to take a loss and maybe spread it out to legitimate, like over the course of the next month or 2 or 3 months to legitimize this title run. And I feel like it's thrown at us really fast and it's at the expense of other people who really could be ascending up the card.
I love you immensely, but I disagree with you wholeheartedly.
You always do. That's why we do this show.
That's why we do this show. I love you immensely. Again, I said whatever a couple weeks ago when he won the belt. I was just like, I'm not like a yay. I'm not like a boo. I'm just kind of like. Eh. But again, he had a banger with Tommaso. Again, they beat the shit out of each other. Same with Brody, beat the shit out of each other. It's not like he did it's not like he squashed Brody. Like, Brody doesn't look bad in defeat. And I just feel like there's people that are going to have to take losses. That's the nature of this beast. But do you look strong? Do you, he barely made the count? And, like if you look strong and you have a great match and you both look exhausted at the end, that you went through a war, then they don't look bad. But, again, Darby has to beat people.
But then I feel like it just more, I don't know. It just proves that anyone can get lucky on any night. So then your title's not as legit. The way the title doesn't mean as much. What?
Steven Rowley, it's not like he's wrestling LA Knight. I know. I worry about you think people are getting buried. Again, there's always going to be a winner and there's always going to be a loser most of the time, unless there's some wonkiness. But that's how the nature of the beast. This is how this works. And I think if he beat Max Caster and then beat someone from the Dark Order you don't see on TV, that would be a nothing reign. But him beating Tommaso Ciampa and Brody King, that puts clout behind him. In my eyes.
I don't know. We'll see. But Nikki, we'll put a little bow on AEW and move along. Or anything else you want to cover in AEW before we... Because the chat says no, it's not. It's 20% though. I got a minority that agrees with me on this.
I don't know. I think it's again, he beat 2 people having great matches. It wasn't a squash. He didn't beat a jobber or nobody. These are 2 mid to upper level card people that have a great track record that look great in defeat.
Fair point. I don't know. I'm just saying you could spread it out. Give him time, let it breathe a minute, not throw all these matches out to make him a fighting champion right out the gate. I don't care.
Wait, say that again?
They're throwing these matches out.
Yeah.
To make him a fighting champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the AEW's whole shtick. We're the best wrestle.
Maybe you don't need to do it.
Well, that's what they do. That's kind of their thing. They're living their gimmick.
You don't need to live it 100% of the time, brother.
Brother, what do we think we do?
Break kayfabe every once in a while.
Do we? We're married. We watch wrestling and we fight about it, and we drink. I'm pretty sure we do that if the camera was on or off. Now just people get to watch it and laugh at us. There's no this is IRL 24/7, baby. The only thing you can't see me. The only thing is I don't show up for production meetings, but that's fine.
No, you don't.
Fine, move on.
We will.
Good Lord.
We will. But first, we'll hear from Uncle Fred.
This is WWE Hall of Famer Fred Ottman, and you're watching Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour. Yeah.
All right, Nikki, Monday Night Raw. Let's get to it. What?
Mikey. Mikey, I love you. That's so funny.
Oh, wait.
We can all dream.
I gotta leave that up, and then I just gotta drop it. Hold on.
And I want to give it all to you. Yeah, right on.
Mikey.
I would take... cat to be controversial, I would take Brody King over Austin Theory in a heartbeat.
All those tattoos.
Anywho, I digress. I'll save that for tomorrow.
This is where it goes off the rails.
Raw, babe. What do you want to talk about, Raw?
minutes in, that's where it goes off the rails. Yeah. And I can't believe after that, I'm going to go to a Seth Rollins promo.
This is my guy!
Literally why.
It's been a very shitty week. Let me talk about hot men doing wrestling.
Well, Nikki, because it seems like whether it's Bron Breakker or Seth Rollins, someone's getting the...
Because the way that I see it, every single week we were like your errand boys. We'd have to come out here and fight all your battles for you and put out all your fires that you started every single week. You come out here, kick off the show, and Reed and I'd have to stand back here at the back and listen to you regurgitate the same crap every single week. I am a revolutionary. I am a visionary. I am Seth freaking. You are the very best professional wrestler in the entire world. At being number 2.
That was pretty good, baby Steiner. Let me let you in on a little secret that I think everybody else except you knows. Steiner, you're not even number 2 in your own family.
Nikki? Yeah, we're gonna find a new barber.
What's wrong?
He did have like a, I don't know.
It's a weird fade.
Like, it is a weird fade.
Well, I also worry that he gets a haircut and then he tans himself and then you see weird like lines that like your your hair is.
So
do you want to start?
Well, no, Rollins and Bron Breakker are set now for Backlash, which is looking like, I mean,
it's probably gonna be a better card than Mania.
I know that. I'm like, oh.
It's fine. I was here for this. I was here for, again, I say it, push your babies. I'm glad that Bron is back. I think that was a strong promo from him. I think he can only get, I know people kind of shit on his promos, but I think, again, that wasn't his worst, and I want him to keep getting better and better every week. I loved him, I love my Seth, but him holding his nose and doing I'm a revolutionary.
Yeah, it was like, pretty fun.
Oh, so funny. And then the killer line is like, oh, you're the best at being second or number 2 or whatever he said. Like, that was just like, oh, I thought it was good. And then him coming back and be like, oh, good baby Steiner.
He told the truth the whole time. He was his errand boy the whole time. Him and Bronson Reed, which when Bronson Reed comes back, it's going to be interesting to see where he falls in all this. But yeah, it made, I wonder if, well, he might be a challenger for Obafemi one more time, Bronson Reed. But yeah, it's set up super nice. Like, you wonder, you're just like, if he was cleared in time, what WrestleMania would
I know.
Like but this match is going to be phenomenal. It's probably going to steal a show at Backlash. I think this is going to be the match.
I want them to open. I want them to go like 25 minutes. And I think you need to take, if you're going to, like say, push your babies, get your young kids, I think you Seth needs to drag Bron into the deep waters. Because again, I feel like
Joe is that he's a Steiner that's a coherent, comprehensive promo. It's an improvement.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, you're not even number 2 in your family. Like, didn't his cousin Scott's actual son, didn't he get like drafted, but he was like a free agent draft or something?
I don't know. Well, I know one of Scott's, I think he's getting signed with WWE soon because he's playing college. But
I thought one of them was in the draft. I've heard that on the radio, so I could be wrong. No, it was on Cultaholic. I don't know.
Yeah, not off the top of my head, I don't think.
Making up my own football knowledge, guys.
I know.
I don't know. I'm here for it. I love the promo. Seth Rollins can do no wrong in my eyes. I'm excited. I think he can bring a lot out of Bron Breakker, and I finally have them both be healthy and both do something good. Like, I don't know. Does the Vision get involved? Does Reed come back? I don't know if there's a timetable. I haven't really looked into him in a while. I love I love that
No, I
he's...
think Reed was supposed to be out for like 6 months.
It's still going to be a while. I love Heyman with Breaker, but I love that he's letting Breaker talk.
Yeah. Yeah, he's letting him... It's like it was Breaker's decision to be with Heyman. He's like... Because he even said, he's like, I only needed him, and I only wanted Heyman. And
yeah,
like,
so I think that's... I think that's good, but I want to give again. I'm sure they're going to announce one more match, and that's going to be it for Backlash. Give them time. Give them like 20, 25 minutes and let them go.
Yeah, it's going to be it's going to be. I think it's going to be the best match of the night.
I'm worried now that I sound like you now. I'm worried that with Seth being the face in this, that he's not going to come out in a big fun outfit. I hope he still does, because now he's in like this black.
No, I think more.
Well, now he's been coming out looking like a man in black. He's just got the black shirt, the black tie, the black duster.
Yeah, but his matches, that's different. That's street clothes. He's not coming for a match.
No, heel Seth and the Vision coming out with the big glasses and the big jackets. He had those crazy boots.
Yeah, I think he'll still do some to some level.
We'll see.
I don't know.
But I don't know. I love it. I'm here for it. Even if, like, I don't know. Do you drag this out and try to get them to SummerSlam, or does like Bron Breakker win and then gets a different program for SummerSlam? I wouldn't be mad.
That's a lot.
That is. I know. Again, there's 1,000. I keep wanting everything to culminate at SummerSlam because nothing culminated
at WrestleMania. Like, I don't know. Yeah, like I felt like the Breakker Rollins match was basically gonna be set around like September, October for me. And what's that? Like, you look to April, so you're looking at almost 3 to 5.
Well, I'm thinking everything storyline should have culminated at WrestleMania, and we started new. And I feel like we didn't really get that. So now I'm like, all right, then everything can end at SummerSlam. But SummerSlam's early this year. It's August 1st and 2nd.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's 1,000 pay-per-views. Again, we got Backlash. You got Italy. You got a Saturday Night's Main Event. We got the Night of Champions. I'm sure they're going to throw someone else in there.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
You know, long ways to go.
But I don't think.
But either way, I'm here for it. Braun wins, I'll be happy. If Seth wins, obviously I'll be happy. I'm excited for this match.
Were you happy about Joe Hendry's Raw debut?
Yes. I feel like people were kind of like, oh my God, how insensitive. But I'm just like, relax.
What, fire Logan Paul?
Yeah, fire Logan Paul. But it was like, I'm on Raw. And then it goes to Logan Paul. And shout out to Michael Cole singing on commentary and Corey Graves losing his mind.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. I think that's a fine first feud with him and Logan Paul. Does he get a second?
Paul's a tag champion. That's why it's so weird.
Yeah, but then I don't know who.
Drop the belts pretty quickly.
Or you can give.
It's weird, just like that. He chose, like, again, maybe he's writing these songs. Maybe he doesn't really have that much of mind. But like, I don't know. I thought maybe because Logan Paul is part of the tag division right now. I don't think it made too.
I don't think they're going to hold these belts that much longer because I just feel like it was a means to get them off the Usos because the Usos are going with Roman. They can kind of drop him anytime. Or do you give who else? Could you put him with LA Knight and still fight with the Vision?
Yeah, that could have been better. But I mean, I don't know. But did you think he got over enough on?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, the sing-alongs work.
The sing-along work, and I feel like, again, it's not like our first introduction to him. Again, he said he was on WrestleMania last year and lost my mind. I don't know. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's probably what I've come to expect. I just wonder, like, I hope it doesn't. I mean, he's done a good job of making it unique every time. He does it. I just hope it doesn't get stale.
You know, I don't know if it's like a Danhausen thing when it first comes out. If you're watching, like, so I would love to talk to Matt and Sean. That it's just like, what are your thoughts on Joe Hendry? Really, is there something maybe like a Danhausen? It comes out first, you're like, what the fuck is this guy with a car? And then like 3 weeks later, he's everyone's favorite.
Yeah, could be. Anything else you want to talk about on Raw before we get to the main event?
There's interesting what's going on when Finn Balor came into the clubhouse and he was like, Roxy, don't trust him.
Is Roxanne turning face?
Yeah. But again, I don't want him. I don't want Demon Balor with somebody to go after Dom and Liv.
Is Roxanne better? And that's the thing. I did put that in there because I wasn't gonna touch it, but since you touched on it, like, is Roxanne better as a face? I think she's better as a heel. So I'll throw in the chat or up the poll first. Is she turning face? And then I'll ask, like, is she better though? I think she's better as a heel. I liked the idea of like her with Raquel, almost saying Raquel, but like with a head.
Could she still turn on Liv and challenge Liv for the belt, but not turn face? Because I agree with you. I think Roxanne should be a heel, but then she can go after Liv for selfish reasons. Like, I don't know. Again, you confuse all this. Like,
I don't
heel
like
turn, face turn, this,
clear,
that, who's what,
clear
who's
and
this.
defined faces and heels. Damn it!
See what I put up it?
So I don't know, but chat thinks she's turning face. 75%. You can't have it.
Oh, girl.
Sarcasm or not.
No, she wrote a whole thing how you can.
I know.
Check out Kat's blog. Ugh, I can't with you. But what else sticks out to me? I think that's Becky Lynch and IYO had a fun match.
Yeah, that was fun. But I wonder who the next challenger is really.
Again,
for Becky. Well, maybe Natty shows back up.
Natty, we need to circle. Natty needs to show back up. Now that Bloodsport's on a thing, give me Bloodsport Natty and just murder Becky Lynch and have her go on a fun little tear. Because again, you got that mid-core women's division is stacked. You just got to start rotating people. We've just seen Becky and AJ, circle around each other for 6 months.
Yeah.
No. I thought Becky and IYO was like something new. I was like, oh, new news, something different.
But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's next. But yeah, I'm sure in the coming by Raw we'll have a better idea. But Nikki, let's get to the main event.
Do it.
Because things have been said, and now we have some justification because Jacob Fatu has attacked Roman Reigns, and this is what I call the diary of Jacob.
You ain't grind like me, Roman. 12 years of hard work, 12 years of grinding, 12 years of suffering, not knowing what the next meal was gonna be, huh? So when y'all was up here running the bloodline, I was broke, foaming out the mouth, grinding on the front line, trying to figure out if I was gonna be here or not.
Who you think runs this place? But I never forgot about you, and I'm the one that signed off on your ass. You don't deserve it. You haven't earned it. Me allowing you to compete against me, that's nepotism.
Nikki, the diary of Jake.
I will fucking love this for him to just be like, I think Roman, I don't like to compliment Roman on the show, but he sold it great and took it great and sold kind of the surprise of Jacob just was like, yeah, fuck you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Just giving him this, they're calling it the tongue and death grip, right?
Yeah, tongue and death grip. Yep.
And then his father
Which always reminds me of Star Trek for some reason.
Right, but his father was a Tongan kid, I believe. If Google didn't lie to me. But I just think this adds another layer of again, him doing the moonsault, and that's so fun, but this is a little more gritty, a little more in your face, a little more intimate, a little more killery. I'm just gonna go in there and It's kind of like, to me, like the outside mandible claw sort of. It's not like the same thing, but like it's just like, and I'm like,
the same week that Wyatt's get released, you're
no, but it's like I think it's so cool. I'm so here for it. I think everyone's gonna put it in the chat. Like, I would love for them to put it on Jacob. I know they're not going to, but oh god damn it, would I lose my marbles?
Well, I have this whole. I've said for
weeks
and months on the show that I think that there's a bloodline MFT version coming with. I thought Jacob and maybe Jay, or Jay as the leader, and now I think it might be Jacob with Jay, because Jay's been the one saying Roman get him, do all these heelish, dare I say heelish things.
Oh, god damn it!
And I think there's something coming, and whether Jake, we'll see when we do the preview show. It's next week. Next week's our Backlash preview show, but
oh my god, already.
Yeah, but I have some theories on. I think one of the other, the group's forming and he's winning the belt, or the group's forming after somehow Roman retains. But yeah, I loved every bit of this, like his telling his story of how he got there. Like you've basically been at the top, you've been living the good life for this long, right? And you don't know what's that. Like, I want to take it from you. But I think there needs to be a little bit, and maybe next week on Raw. Well, Jacob's going to be on Smackdown tonight. So we'll probably hear more of it. Like, I want more as to like why he wants to take it from Roman specifically, when you could literally, because Jimmy last week on Smackdown made a point that you could go and just take it from Cody.
Well, that's
if it's all the same.
Also the thing though, because Big Jim was like, go after Cody, and then Jay was like, nah, you called him out, you have to fight him now. And then when they did the at the table promo on Raw, that it was just like, no, and then Big Jim was like, oh, I get his point, like I understand wanting him to take care of his family and feed his children and level up, and then Jay was like, no, nah, and it's like he called out the tribal chief, and it's just like he's kind of, I feel like at this point, like Big Jim is trying to be like the angel on Roman's shoulders, and Jay's trying to be like the devil. And then like,
which is why Jay's gonna be with him.
So, or just crazy, like, does Jay interfere? Does he get involved and Roman gets mad at him? Or does he try to interfere, then Jacob gets the belts, and then Jay turns on Roman to go after Jacob, because they're like, oh, well, Jacob was so low. He's so dangerous. This is why we kept him away. He's like, now I have to be the defender of the family to get this back from this wild man.
There's so many ways you can go. I don't know.
There's a lot, but I don't know. I'm team Jacob. Because he's a werewolf. Oh my god, I just put that together. I hope it's on a Twilight.
Who's the other guy?
Edward.
Yeah, I was going to say Evan.
No, we're all team Jacob because he's a werewolf.
Unbelievable. I feel like there's a Danhausen.
I don't know. For any all our Twilight fans out there.
But yeah, no, a great way to end Monday Night Raw, I thought.
Oh my god! Because he's like coughing, and he's like, that's why he gave him the match.
Yeah.
But oh my god, if he just chokes Roman out, or Roman just passes out. I know we teased him and Oba. We can circle back around to that. But can we just put the belt on him for a little bit, and he can drop it at Italy or Night of Champions in Saudi? Like, just give him a little run for now. If you want to put it back, sort of like what they did with Drew.
Yeah.
They gave Drew a little run and then put it back on Cody. Can we do, again, I would love Jacob to hold it forever and ever and ever, but if we can get this little bit, just to get to a little bit.
I don't know. We'll see. But
Steven, I love you so much.
You're derailing everybody.
He said the older Team Carlisle. Oh, Steven.
Unbelievable. Anyway, on that note, let's hear from somebody else who knows how to have a good time and derail a show. Big E.
This is former WWE champion Big E, and you're watching the Nick Club Wrestling Happy Hour.
Everyone loves the eyebrows. Yeah, the people's eyebrows.
Why
is that? All right, Nikki, let's get to our Smackdown takeaways from last week, and then we'll bleed it into our preview and open up the phone lines, hear from all of you. Let's start, because, Nikki, we have a new Women's United States champion in the form of Tiffany Stratton. And, Nikki, whether it's Triple H or whoever's running creative on SmackDown, they think that starships are meant to fly.
Let's go to the beach, each, let's go get away. They say what they gonna say, have a drink, clink, found the Bud Light, bad bitches like me, it's hard to come by. The Patron, on, let's go get it on, the zone, on, yes, I'm in the zone, is it 2, 3, leave a good tip, I'ma blow all my money and don't give two shits, I'm on the floor, I love to dance, so give me more, till I can't stand. Get on the floor, like it's your last chance, if you want more, then here I am. Starships were meant to fly, hands up and touch the sky. Can't stop, cause we're so high. Let's do this one more time. Oh, starships were meant to fly, hands up and touch the sky. Let's do this one last time.
Nikki.
I don't know what happened to the end of that video.
I don't know either. But what are your thoughts on Tiffany Stratton winning the U.S. title?
I hope this injects some newness to the division. Well, I guess to her, because I feel like she's just looking real sad lately. I think once she lost the Elimination Chamber, I feel like she just feels like, and knowing she wasn't getting on Mania, I just feel like she just feels sad, and I feel her sadness. So I'm hoping her getting this belt interjects some new life into her and the division as a whole. Like, I'm sorry, but Giulia has done, again, it's not her, it's creative. She's doing nothing with this belt. I'm hoping let's switch. Again, I'm hoping for a shakeup or something. I know people are kind of going all over the place. Let's shake this up. Let's breathe some new, as I punch my computer, breathe some new life into this division because it desperately needs it. And where's our girl, Chelsea? We need something.
Chelsea's going to be returning soon, and I love the idea that Chelsea's feuding with her, especially after the interactions they had backstage. I agree with you that it does interject a lot into the mid-card. I was surprised that she wasn't in. Like, I thought they would run it back with her and Jade, but I guess they didn't want to do that. Yes, I know, but I don't know. Was the timing right? Maybe. I mean, it's a SmackDown after Mania, so the moment, a lot of eyeballs on it. So the moment probably it fits. Maybe they could have done it the SmackDown before Mania. That's maybe a better time, just kind of bleed it all in, and then set up a feud post Mania. Like if Chelsea's coming back healthy, start building towards something. That's where I think. That's where I'm like, maybe the timing wasn't great for this. As great as it could be, and it could be like a week earlier. I think would have been the optimal time to do it. But I don't know. The other thing I just want to kind of bleed into is that how do you reflect on Giulia's title reign?
I feel bad. I feel like, again, I'm not super familiar with her stuff in Stardom and Marigold, and I know you thought she was the bee's knees, and the blips and blops that I saw, I was like, okay, I'm like excited to see her. And I feel like she came in, and then Stephanie came in, and like everyone liked Stephanie better, and then you put her on SmackDown, and she doesn't really do anything. You don't let her show personality at all. They give her like nothing matches. Honestly, I feel like Kiana is more over than her. Kiana had an amazing showing at the Royal Rumble. Giulia less so. Kiana was in the Elimination Chamber. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they need to shuffle her. Maybe switch her and Stephanie on the brands. There needs to be a little switcheroo here because there's nothing. And I feel bad because I feel like she should and be so much better than she is, but she just seems hamstrung.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back to her. Let's see if we can get the actual reign.
Well, while you look that up, Mikey, I also booed Nick for the song. And so we can't play bet no more. And he's like, well, it's not her saying it. So.
Okay, 112 days. Yes, it's not. It's covers. So that's you're at the bar. You're not hearing those people because we can't afford those people.
We don't
We're
want to
ballers
afford
on a
those
budget
people.
here. She actually only had one. Well, that was her second title defense. She defended it against Alexa Bliss, and then that was it. She lost it. So really,
she didn't have a back and forth. Okay. Well, how long did she have it? And she defended it twice. What is SmackDown? Get your shit together. Your women need to be defending their fucking belts. Let's get it together.
in like January.
That's right. I don't know. Again, I think when SmackDown is supposed to go back to 2 nights next month, June, I believe, because Braun Strowman's show is coming back. So I think maybe that'll let things breathe. Honestly, let it breathe. That you're not trying to like have all these nothing matches on SmackDown. Like build again. The women's tag division is more interesting than honestly the US and IC belt right now.
Yeah, is that because there's more stars around that though?
Yeah, but again, build up your stars. You should be building up Giulia. You should be building up Kiana. And I think it's fucked up to say, and I feel like everyone's like, "What? I like Kiana more than I like Giulia because she has." I know her from NXT. She has more personality. She does more promos. Let Giulia talk. Yeah. She was talking in NXT. You can never talk on SmackDown.
That's fair. Well, you're talking about build-ups, Nikki.
Yes.
Well, the other build-up that happened on SmackDown, we saw the debut.
Living for it.
Of Fatal Influence. And they, dare I say, sealed it with a kiss. Maybe a kiss from a rose. Da-da-da, da-da-da.
I can tell you so much you can say. You remain my power, my pleasure, my pain, baby. To me you're like a grown addiction, but I can't deny it. Won't you tell me, is it healthy, babe? Did you know that when it snows, my eyes become large and the light that you shine can't be seen? Baby, I compare you to a kiss from a rose on the grave. Oh, the more I get of you, the stranger it feels, yeah. Now that your rose is in bloom, a light hits the gloom on the grave.
Nikki, what do you think of Fatal Influence's debut on SmackDown?
I am living for this. This is my ups with Kat last week. I love this so much. The three of them, because we weren't sure. We knew JC was coming up. The three of them coming up together. I love having that faction around JC. I love you first see them taking out Charlotte, Alexa, Paige, and Brie. For your legends, for your kind of old school gals. Eliminated. Then coming out and basically calling out Rhea Ripley and the heat and the heat and the heat. And she just fucking ate it up. She's like, I love it. And just like, I feel like, again, to say like, as a call-up, as a woman, feeling all that, she like, you see people kind of curl up in herself, and I just feel like she looked like a goddamn star. I'm like, JC, get it. For people saying that like she was like a paper champion in NXT, and her having the 2 reigns that she did, having this faction, like this is how you build stars, honey. Here's for this.
She embraced all the heat that she got, and she didn't like miss a beat. Now, is Fallon Henley and I forget the other
Lainey
right?
I always want to say Lainey Wilson, but that's a song. Lainey Reed.
Lainey Reed, yes.
Lainey Reed.
But
is JC Jane from New Jersey? Steven. Am I going to fall in love with her even more?
Oh man, don't you say that, Steven. Lainey Reed. Yeah.
I always want to say Lainey Wilson, but that's the singer. It's Lainey Reed. I always have to think.
Steven's calling me dress shield.
Steven. Is she really from New Jersey? I'm going to lose my mind right now. Sorry, you talk, baby.
But yeah, to me, again, are they super duper polished? No, but at least the other two are. I mean, JC Jane's shelled out nicely, I thought, in the main event against Rhea Ripley. She showed she could hold her own. I think I can see her being like an Alexa Bliss eventually. I think that's what her ceiling is on the main roster. That's what my expectation is. And now pairing a group with her, I think, makes a lot of sense. And bringing this group up with her, I agree with you, Nikki, makes perfect sense. She's from New Jersey? Are you gonna...
She's apparently built from Jersey City. She was trained by Jay Lethal.
All the best come from New Jersey. That's how it rolls.
Pork rolls.
But yeah, I think injecting her, at least showing her as a legitimate challenger in the main event scene immediately is perfect, because now with Tiffany Stratton being the women's U.S. champion, now you have her as a credible. I think she's a soft landing spot in the mid card for her, taking the belt from her maybe at SummerSlam. Although there's also Blake Monroe coming to SmackDown too, so the Blake Monroe Tiffany Stratton match is inevitable as well. But yeah. I like where. But to get back to the fatal influence part of this is that I think giving them multiple segments instead of just one beatdown really cements what they think of them and where you're going to put them on the card. That they're a threat to the whole roster.
Again, the 5 people that they attacked, like, I know. It went with the pun. All right. But yeah, taking out those 5 women, like, puts a stamp. Again, like, I know Steven said dress shield, but like, yeah, they came out and like put some punishment on the big people. Have them come out and JC looks like a star.
Yeah.
Looks like a star.
Super excited about that. Nikki, anything else from SmackDown last week before we get the preview and open up the phone lines?
I don't even want to talk about Cody's promo, to be honest, because
hard to be, easy to find.
Yeah. I feel like he's still flirting with CM Punk, so I don't know where this is going, and I'm kind of like, And apparently he wanted to come out in an eye patch.
I feel like they wanted to just give Punk a week off and go out, cut a promo, and just buy us a week.
Yeah, and apparently Cody wanted to come out in an eye patch, and Triple H said no. Again.
Which kudos to Jon Moxley for wrestling with an eye patch for all of the cruise, the Jericho Cruise Part 2 in like
2020.
Live in the kayfabe.
I don't know. I don't know if there's
Sammy Trick.
Oh, again, I feel like I felt it.
Gingerbread Sam.
When the gingerbread came out and started dancing like Sam, I was like, that's Sammy. That is Sammy. That was not a reveal. Is this the heel turn you fucking wanted from Sammy? Sorry, I'm coughing.
I guess. I don't know if it is a heel turn.
I'm just like, I don't want to see this again. I want to see Trick and Mello and Giulia and Shinsuke and any other person. I feel like Sammy can go away right now, but like I was not surprised. Like when he was dancing, like he would dance with the bloodline. I was like, that's Sammy. That's nothing. And Little Yachty with him doesn't fucking bother me, to be honest.
There's always somebody in those costumes.
Exactly.
Danhausen undefeated.
Oh my God. I know people are like, it's too much, it's too this. This is like the little like Mouche en Bouche little palate cleanser in between things. Like sometimes I know we forget, let's all hold hands and say like, this is supposed to be fun. Wrestling's supposed to be fun. And sometimes I just want to laugh at Danhausen doing these things. And the fireworks going off is just, it's just good. It's just silly. And sometimes after a shit week, I just want to see Danhausen be silly. And he's like, get out of my pool. And he's like, well, I'm not in your pool. I'm in the other pool. And he rode off on his daughter's bike, and his daughter thought it was hysterical. So I'm here for it. More fun shit.
All right, Nikki. So let's quickly get to it tonight. The debut on SmackDown, Ricky Saints.
Which I'm surprised, because we were talking about on the show last week that the reports were like, everyone's getting called up to main, like we're keeping Ricky to keep some kind of like mainstays in NXT. And then the debut, or then the graphic showed last week that he was debuting, and then he lost to Shiloh Hill, which I'm like, okay. But then the ending of the NXT when like a million new people showed
They
up.
always do that. Like, what's her
Yeah.
name? Sol Ruka just lost.
Well, that was
woman standing match. They just always put over.
I don't
the old school
agree,
personality
but
out.
Soul losing to Zarya makes sense because there's sort of like a feud there, and it's been bubbling for a while. Shiloh Hill against season 1 of LFG feels a little weird, but whatever. Get Ricky on main doing Ricky saying Spangs. I want him to go after Cody. I want that to be a thing. Maybe it's too early. I think
it's like Cody's going to be talking tonight.
And I think it's interesting that they are keeping kind of which we didn't even talk about, Ethan on Raw, and then you have him on SmackDown.
Yeah,
which
is
smart.
The mid card. That's
just smart.
Where they
again, I think I'm calling everything at SummerSlam. SummerSlam, Egon is getting that belt off Penta.
You're gonna mention Jacob be on SmackDown, and then Fatal Influence, Jace Jane's back in action. And Charlotte, she should get this W tonight.
I want her to get the W. She should get the W. I'm worried. I think there's going to be shenanigans, but I think it might be like her getting I would love for her to hit the rolling encore and beat Charlotte. Because at this point, Charlotte should be putting people like JC over. I worry about it.
And she's in a tag team, which I feel like I know Charlotte's great, but like when you're in a tag team.
Right, but I agreed. So I'm worried like she should put JC over, or is it going to be like a no DQ because everyone gets involved?
So,
no, cat who?
I know, a mystery caller. Well,
I'm sure. I was like, is there anyone else? I'm sure. Is he going to get Zilla or Lance or?
He's going to be on SmackDown tonight, so we'll see.
If it's Pat McAfee, I'll cry.
God.
Can you fucking imagine? Maybe he's on the phone with Randy Orton.
Please, God, no. Just let it be, him. I don't even know. No, him and Jay. Like, him and Jay are talking. That's what it should be. That's all right.
That should. I don't know. Oh, God.
But
there's
Nikki,
too many. Stop. Put your phones down.
Yeah.
But no, pick your phones up and call me.
Don't put your phone down.
Don't call a mystery person. Call me.
Yeah, it's that time. Hit the snare. All right, Nikki. First up, got the regular. Beat your heart because he's got a lot of energy. He's got a lot he wants to get out. Sing it.
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. What's up, Joe?
What's going on?
Where are you?
So you may notice that I'm not in our room. So I am actually here at the Brook Hollow Winery tonight because Mrs. Joho is doing a author meet and greet prior to her book con that's coming up tomorrow and Sunday here at the winery, promoting her books. It's called a Day or Two of Wine and Romance. And yes, I am partaking. She got a glass. And quite honestly, the only thing I'm meeting and greeting is a bottle of Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc. It's not full. It's not empty, but it's not full. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, babe.
So, Nikki, with that said, red or white?
White.
Okay. Nick, I already have your answer, so screw you. Love you still.
First 5 seconds of the show.
By the way, I am Team Jacob only because screw you, Roman. But yeah, behind me is actually Brook Hollow Vineyard. And it is so if you're like our Jersey girl JC over in Hudson County, go west, young lady. If you're like Liv Morgan in Bergen County, again, go west, young lady. Just hop on Route 80. It's near Blairstown. It's gorgeous up here. I love it. So I didn't pop on just to promote my amazingly talented wife and a really good winery here in New Jersey, because it is in fact a really good winery, but I digress. I came on here to simply trigger Ed. So I think it was yesterday, I was scrolling through YouTube. As someone who has ADHD and better things to do, you of course scroll through YouTube. And I found a YouTube page called the Dern Brothers, pro skaters. And on that video was Bam Margera. If you're a millennial, you are in fact familiar with Bam. And God, I love you, Bam, but Jesus Christ, bro. I understand why you look like that, but can you lose some weight? Still love you, dude. But also, they were really promoting some guy named Darby Allin. And it was the video was mostly shot at Darby's house. Beautiful. And he was doing a lot of things. If you watched Jackass or Viva La Bam back in the day, us elder millennials watched that. As a matter of fact, I have season 1 on DVD. That's how old I am. Screw you, Gen Z. Ed, I gotta say, the video and some of the things that I watched, Darby's earned my respect.
Scandal.
Ooh, oh.
Scandal of the
Blasphemy on this show.
And quite honestly, that's before the wine talking. Some of the things that I was able to watch him do, and the dare I say the athleticism.
He literally just showed up in the chat. Like it was like a beacon.
I see it. I'm sorry, dude. It's look. In that video, he is legit ripping off Viva La Bam and Jackass. Yes, I'm not denying it. As a matter of fact, if you ask him, he probably will too. But he drove a cheap Cherokee over the top of his house and crashed into an RV. Yeah, that sounds exactly like Viva La Bam. And then some of the stuff that I watched him do. Oh, and more importantly, Darby summited Mount Everest. He did. You can't deny that. Oh, and I think he did. Was it a kick flip or a heel flip? No, it was a kick flip. At Base Camp 2, which is in fact the highest altitude kick flip in the world. He's in the Guinness Book of World Records, Ed.
Is pretty epic.
I'm sorry, dude. There's something to be said about that. About all of that. We can have a conversation at the house later on. That's fine. But yeah, Darby's kind of earned my respect. And again, that's not the wine talking. I mean, it's helping, but it's not talking.
You're gonna get a coffin drop from Ed.
Oh God, the text thread is gonna blow up. He's not gonna be happy with me. He'll get over it, and I'm just gonna keep drinking my wine. I might have to grab another bottle though.
Oops.
Anyway, I digress. Cheers. See you guys later.
Tell Lisa I love her.
All right. By the way, Nikki, before I go,
yes,
it's Taylor ham, nut pork roll. Still love you.
It went with the joke.
Yes, he's right. See? Ha!
These are the
Right.
jokes. Local jokes get you local work.
No, he doesn't like it.
I don't remember what you said, but it went with roll. Ugh. Local
Well,
jokes.
you know what Joe thinks?
Hated it.
Called It's Delicious and belongs on a bagel on a Saturday morning hungover.
Fair enough. Well, you know.
Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Well, I won't tell you a lie right now because you know who's not hungover on a Saturday morning? Actually, wait. Hold on. I was going to do it because you knew it'd have it. Mikey, gotta give me 30 seconds because I knew this was going to happen. because you knew what was going to happen when Joho did it.
Yeah, Darby Allin sucks.
I've never seen you throw somebody on the call faster than this. That's incredible.
Oh yeah, no. Listen, we got to live up the drama now. We're kayfabe.
Oh, we gotta get the drama. Listen, if you guys remember, and I'm sorry to break kayfabe, guys. If you remember last week, I even said that I was like, hey, I was watching a banger Darby Allin match, with Carmelo Hayes and Rey Mysterio from like 2018.
Yes.
I don't like Darby as a person. Don't Google Darby Allin's allegations. It's not good. Guys, it's okay. He texted Tony. It's fine.
And just keep going. I'm going to bring Joho on, but I'm going to mute him so we can just get his live reaction.
No, I mean, that's honestly, that's the long and short of it.
Honestly, the best way. And Joho's face is frozen with a gigantic smile, which I hope it's good.
I mean, I can't see anything. He's just a giant black square on my screen, so it's
giant frozen blob. It was so great. Wow. Joho, you will live in infamy. I wish I could screenshot that right now.
You're the only one who saw it.
Oh wait, now he's in a different.
Oh, good lord!
Okay.
What are we doing? What's happening?
Did it work? No, or is he still frozen? He's still frozen.
He's lost in the wine.
I know it's that wine.
I wish I was lost in the wine. If I'm being honest.
Girl.
A heck of a day of work. What are we doing?
I didn't even serve him any. Unbelievable, this guy.
Not yet.
Ed, what are you thinking?
Man, I'm thinking I should just exclusively watch just like 1996 to like early 1999 WWF and like call it a day. Because man, what is going on here, guys? Like, okay, it's like, can someone explain to me what's going on with the Death Riders and Will Ospreay? Like, didn't they get like what's happening here? Were they in a blood feud and now like Claudio's getting shirtless with him? What's happening here?
You missed my meltdown earlier that I was really upset that Moxley tickled Pac.
Wait, what?
That promo,
Mickey doesn't care about anything else in the story than the fact that he got tickled.
So like Ospreay comes in, they're talking. Mox literally turns around and like tickles Pac, and it really upsets me. And apparently, I'm the only one upset about this. And then he like walks into this little room, and he's like, "Well, where's the ring?" And they like giggle. And I was like, "What is happening in this room?"
Yeah, they don't need it. They're just gonna shoot on each other. It's fine. It's fine.
They're tickling each other. I don't understand.
No, honestly, listen. Rebrand the Death Riders. Give me Tickle Monster John Moxley. Like, I love this. I need him doing this to everybody. Like
monsters. Rebrand Tickle Monsters. There we go.
That's honestly a million times better. Makes way more sense.
Tickle.
No, but this conversation makes no sense. He's all like, "Oh, you cleared? No, but I'm gonna go wrestle in Japan anyway." Huh?
Yeah.
What do we do? Why are they even talking? Why are they? Where's the why? What is happening? Someone make this make sense. This is the only clip I've seen. Like this, like I haven't really seen a lot of what's going on with them since the I was gonna call them the United Kingdom, United Empire versus the Death Riders.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they're friendly now.
Yeah, like he just literally kicked your ass and then abducted you.
Because he was gonna
Stockholm
get beat.
syndrome.
Like he was gonna get beat up, and they protected him from getting beat up, and then they beat him up, and they took him away.
Wait, but when did they take him away?
Last week?
Yeah,
because they took him. They took him on Wednesday, had a promo on Saturday, and now they're in this little.
Okay, so if you're not one of like the 300,000 people, if you're not one of the 300,000 people that watch Collision plus Max, then you have no idea what's going on.
Sort of.
What are we doing?
And that's one of my biggest pet peeves with it. Yeah, like your flagship show, they should introduce talent and get talent over. And like every time there's storylines that are, I understand that there's other networks, and I just feel like if they had just one show to program every week and they didn't have Collision, it would be phenomenal. Those 2 hours every week would be killer. And that's when I feel like AEW.
I would give them like 2.5 hours and cut out Collision. Because again, it's like sometimes it's like, oh, I didn't watch it because it's a Saturday at a random time, and I was like, oh, there's a great match that happened, and it's like, but I don't want to watch wrestling on a Saturday.
There's plenty of things I can go do on a Saturday. I can go do anything else on a Saturday. You kidding me?
Yeah. But yeah, this storyline, like, very, very confusing and does not make any fucking sense to me.
But couldn't we just say that about the Death Riders in general? That like it hasn't really made a lot of sense all the way through.
I feel like for a while I did, and as much as I didn't like the briefcase days, at least it sort of made sense. And then he dropped the briefcase a long time ago. And then he was just like, then he was tapping out to everybody, and I was like, okay, then they're gonna break up, and they didn't. And then he kind of turned face, and I was like, all right, they're gonna break up, and they didn't. And I'm like, I guess we've all been in really shitty relationships, so we should have ended like again. And here we are.
Oh shit. Okay, listen, I need Tickle Monster John Moxley to team up with the Toxic Spider. Just some kind of toxic relationship, something or other. Now we gotta like, I'll figure it out. We'll get there.
Tickle Talks.
No.
And then they're gonna make videos, 30-second videos to post on their Tickle Talks.
Tickle Talk.
And it's all just like chasing around everyone. Like imagine being behind you, like literally like in the backstage of AEW. Like you know, like remember that there was Jackass actually joke.
The cattle prod.
Well, no, they did the hair.
The shave in the back of the head.
Like doing that, like have them just like first person point of view, right? Like someone has like those Google glasses or whatever, and they're walking around, and they literally are just like Danhausen hands. And you just see the hands, and they just go up behind random, and there's Tickle Talks.
Nope.
I'm just saying, I just made
Nikki's not with it, not even a little.
She's not with it.
I hated it so much, and I feel like it ruined the whole promo for me because I feel like a lot of people are not mad at it. I was like, no, Tickle Talk, the bastard. He tickled the bastard.
Oh, I thought you weren't for my Tickle Talks idea.
Well, I'm not.
Well, I'm not, but also. But also, Tickle Monster John Moxley gives me.
You do you, babe. I'm more upset about John. I'm more upset about John Moxley tickling Pac.
That's fair. That's honestly fair. I don't know. Like I said, part of me is just like, man, you guys seen like coked out of his mind Shawn Michaels from 1996? Like that guy is moving 4 times as fast as anybody that he wrestles. It's fantastic. I didn't know you had that. I love that you have that as a drop.
Oh, I have.
I didn't know you had that.
A few new ones. I have.
Yowie!
That's fantastic. Oh, don't even get me started because I'm already bummed out with all the releases and stuff. But like, what would you do with the Wyatt Six?
I would have put him with Black. Aleister Black is the leader, or if Alexa Bliss joins up with them because like Bo didn't know, like lost his way, and you needed someone who was super close with Bray.
I feel like anything that wasn't feuding with the MFTs for 6 months.
Yeah. I mean that's fair. I mean, hell, just that like. I mean, I was joking around in the chat too with the Tommy N from Dusseldorf. But it's like, I love me some Aleister Black, but like, what were they doing with him? It pretty much like everybody on that list was like, I hate to see them go, but it makes sense.
I think the only one that's upsetting is Kyrie because she had the thing with Asuka that she got paid off, but then there was rumors that she wanted to go to Japan, and then she basically was like, "Fuck those rumors."
Well, there's two sides of that. Like, so there's one, like the Kyrie thing is interesting because of the point of that. One, it's an unfinished storyline, so you look at it as the fact that like that they should have had that match, Kyrie and Asuka. Or two, you look at it as it makes Asuka look that much more devious as a heel. Like when she comes back and say, like, I literally got rid of her because she.
She said she didn't want another EO. That was what she said on Raw.
Yeah, so like it just makes her look that much stronger theoretically, kayfabe, because Kyrie's gone.
Now, but question then. So we get the payoff for we get that payoff, right? What do you do with her after the fact? Like what do you do with Kyrie after?
I think she could be. I think you
throw the mid-card titles, like.
Would she, if booked correctly, would she not be this uber mega baby face? Heels and faces on the show. Baby face. If she turned on Asuka and was like, again, the toxic abuse of a relationship that you turned and got away from your evil teacher captive lady, Stockholm syndrome, if you will. And then when she again, do we forget how fucking great she was on NXT? Like Shayna Baszler said, like, my greatest fireball. You remember all those matches they had? Like, she's so good. And like, it was just like, she just, was like this skittish little cat that just like or what a mouse you said, and she's like,
Yeah. So okay. So you get a massive baby face out of it, but what's the through line? Do you just kind of have her float around in the upper mid card, because they're not going to give her, she's not beating Rhea, right? And she's not beating, who's the other champ?
Not immediately, no.
Liv.
And she's not beating Liv. So what do you do?
Not right now, but after that turn happens, how much momentum does she get? Like, remember, like Sami Zayn's turn was so massive. Not that she would be on any sort of that level, but like, if she gets 3/4 the turn, the pop that Sami got for that turn, for finally, or like, I hate to use that, Alex Riley turning the Miz, I don't know why I thought that. But like, that was a big pop.
Say it to my face.
Great entrance.
Yeah, they honestly, they should rename the Road Warrior pop to the Alex Riley pop. Man,
But the turn, when the turn happened. Like,
yeah, listen, yeah, I mean, Alex Riley, all-timer babyface. That guy went far, multiple-time world champion.
If John Cena didn't screw him over and bury him, apparently.
Oh, yeah. you can't talk about burials.
Believe the dirt sheet.
Listen.
Do you hear this, man?
If John Cena didn't bury Big Match Dakota with
Big Match Dakota, which I'm still gonna get her on this show at some point in time.
You need to find and clip that clip and be like, you're now known as Big Match Dakota Kai on our show.
Yeah, but
honestly though, that'd be one of those things. You ever get her on here? I'd want to just talk to her about New Legacy Inc. Like, probably exclusively. It's online wrestling game clip show thing.
And you should.
I know that's why I like. Listen, I'm been reaching out trying to get some more guests on the show. That's what I love about this community is like everyone asks truly unique questions and everything. And that's so fun. Like Joho, a couple like when we had Karen Cross,
and we popped with the Batman question.
Nope.
Oh, like whether it's Steven with the movie questions, like people love like the wrestlers that come on the show love the uniqueness.
They really love my breakfast questions.
Yeah. They do.
Let's be.
They are thrown up at breakfast.
Breakfast is forever. Anywho.
Fair enough. And what else you got?
Honestly, not a whole. I haven't really watched a whole lot of wrestling this week. Is what it is. Like I said, I've been watching. Or no, you know what? Because we were talking about. Or I should say, we've been talking about how bad things are currently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's worse than like 1990 WCW though. Like, go back and watch not Capital Punishment. What the hell? Capital Carnage. That's the show that's got it's like the Horsemen and like a bunch of other heels. They end up like beating up Sting, and then Jim Ross has got to chill for fucking RoboCop to come save him.
Oh, RoboCop! I remember RoboCop.
It's bad. It's dumb. Like, it should be dumb wrestling bollocks, and it's just stupid.
I remember as a kid just like being super excited for RoboCop, ripping the
but that's it. There's no payoff. He doesn't do like another run in. There's no tie in. It's just
later Hogan.
Was it? Oh, but
Hogan wasn't there.
It was Sting was part of that, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, like everybody's mad about TKO and the celebrity appearances, and trust me, like this past WrestleMania felt a little weird with Jelly Roll getting shoehorned in and McAfee, and I like the Lil Yachty's at least sticking around. I mean, I don't know how I feel about him being there in the first place, but at least he's hanging out, But like, I can't believe that Titan Sports buried Roddy Piper and had Mr. T and Cyndi Lauper as a part of the first WrestleMania. How dare they do that? Roddy Piper, Hulk Hogan.
WrestleMania 2 had more celebrities on it.
Yeah, I mean, there's a precedent, right? Like,
Elvira was an announcer for the commentator for 4 fucking matches.
Yeah, she's great. I mean, I don't remember her on that show at all, but she's great in general. Like,
really,
I don't know, man.
every time there would, it was always be like little Yachty would be in the crowd, kind of like Tyrese Halliburton, or Halliburton.
Yeah.
Like he's in the crowd, and Michael Cole would be like, "That's my guy," and he'd be like always like there, has a wrestling shirt, kind of like to me like a Danielle Fisher, like that's actually a legit fan. If you had Danielle come in and be a manager, she'd be like over the like someone who legit cares, and I feel like Little Yachty is an actual fan.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say that he showed up like a year or two ago in the crowd with holding a PSP, playing like SmackDown versus Raw 2008. Like, what is happening?
He's been in the orbit, so like he makes me less man, and he just like raps to again. He
helps Trick.
He doesn't take away from Trick though,
Mm.
and that's the thing. I feel like Jilly and Pat McAfee took away from the main.
Absolutely,
battle.
a million percent.
Mm.
I mean, I don't like Jelly Roll as a person, so like just having him there, he's got go away heat with me. But I feel that way about Logan Paul too. Like, just don't want these guys on my TV. Sick of it. Give me real graps. Go study Cage Match.
I love it. Ed, what is your shot, sir?
Man, you already know. Like Hulk Hogan, or fuck Hulk Hogan. Darby Allin sucks. Don't powerbomb Billy Kidman. He's gonna hit you with the face buster. It's not a good time.
But was a good time. I took your wife out last night. It was a great fun.
Did. Yeah, that's what I hear. We'll talk about it later.
She's lovely, and I love you. And we'll see you later.
Too.
Bye.
Ed.
It's in his head.
I know. What a great guy.
Oh no.
He's a real ding dong dandy. Thanks, guys.
All right, Nikki.
What's happening? No, I'm sorry. I don't mean. I know you're bringing someone else on, but where is Big Bill?
I don't know.
Again, I'm worried about I'm worried about the Jericho Vortex. And are we not going to see Ricochet anymore after this feud?
No, I think
I digress.
I
digress. I'm sorry.
You made a good point about AEW because we don't know a lot of what's going on with, especially with the Will Ospreay storyline. We're very confused, but we're going to bring someone in who has a theory on this. So he's got a theory, but he also brings some sex appeal. So Magic Mikey, come on in.
Boys, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, be iconic, and more importantly than anything, you always deserve to finish your story.
Mikey!
Hello, friend!
Hello! Hopefully I'm coming in through okay now. Yes, okay, cool, we're good. Alrighty. It is hot out here. It is ridiculous. It's 102 degrees. We have finally entered summer again.
We're getting there. Sooner or later. 2 sounds awful.
No.
No thanks.
I mean, I'm used to it, but like it's not fun. I'm like, we're barely in May and you're already going to be so hot.
You're a toe in May. You just moved to their little toes in.
Oh my God.
No, seriously. Today's the Mikey, so what do you
I want to hear this theory immediately. Tell me everything.
Okay, so there's a lot of moving parts to this, and I'm going to be honest. I feel that if they do not tighten it up and they don't link certain things to happen or make storytelling clear, I think this is going to be this could be a ginormous mess. But here's what I'm thinking, right? So I've actually, since Ospreay returned at Revolution and everything that we've gotten so far, we have seen Ospreay go up against Moxley. He wants revenge. It doesn't seem like he really cares about the title. But because Ospreay has been out for a little bit, he's quote unquote lost his edge, if you will, right? No Copeland. Anyways, so because Ospreay lost to Moxley and he still can't seem to get it together, I mean, I will say the one thing I have enjoyed, I have to give AEW credit for the fact that, put Mark Davis over like that, even though it was a doctor's stoppage, was really nice to see because Mark Davis is being booked really, really fun. And I'm happy he's getting that push. But anyways, so here's what I think is happening, because this is a tale of two stories in two different promotions. And I ultimately think the turning point, even though we like to say that Forbidden Door kind of is like a throwaway show, because, it's a lot of, companies coming together with some AEW storylines. But again, here's what I think is going on, right? Because at first I wasn't too sure. With Mox and Ospreay, duking it out since Revolution, and now Ospreay is kind of like, quote unquote, getting trained by like unhinged Moxley, like we're in the backroom dojo, and Tickle Me Pock apparently. Sidebar: I'm Chaos Gremlin. I was thrown off. I was drinking water when that section happened. I did a full spit take, and I was dying of laughter. I'm like, this is shades of Dean Ambrose. But anyways, now it would have been worse had Pac. Now it would have been funny, but it also would have been worse if after that tickle, Pac gave us the Pillsbury Doughboy. Like,
I might be able to pull that off.
Oh Lord. Okay, but back to the plot, right? So because Ospreay, it's one of those things where it's like, if you can't beat them, join them. But here's what I think is happening. For those of us who grew up in the 2000s, I'm like, why does this sound very familiar? Well, a friend of mine explained it to me, and I loved their analogy of it. Essentially, what we're getting with Ospreay and Moxley right now is like the wrestling equivalent of Love Don't Cost a Thing, where essentially Mox is trying to change Ospreay into a more idealized version of what Mox wants to see in Ospreay, and I think Ospreay's going to go about it. But what I think is going to happen is whatever happens in the next couple months, specifically in AEW, I think that it's going to backfire. No matter what, Ospreay he's going to get close, but he can't win. Maybe he might pick up small wins along the way, but when it matters, I think Ospreay will not win. And I think what's ultimately going to be the turning point, though, is like what Ospreay said in this promo. He has a fight in Japan. Over in New Japan, Ospreay and United Empire are, besties again, or at least to us, what it seems like. But I think that Ospreay is going to lose in New Japan. And I think what's going to be the turning point, though, is that I think Ospreay is going to get a big dose of reality from essentially his protege over in New Japan, and Callum Newman, because Callum Newman's been throwing some shade, and he has been talking a lot of smack about Ospreay.
Oh.
So I think the big test with Moxley training Ospreay up and getting small wins here, I think the big turning point is that Ospreay will start to, think that, training with the Death Riders, being with them, being, adjacent with them is helping him get his edge back. But when it matters, I think Callum Newman and Ospreay are going to collide at Forbidden Door. Callum Newman is going to beat the crap out of Ospreay and win. And I think that's the hard dose of reality where Ospreay is going to realize, oh, damn, I did it Moxley's way. It ain't going to do anything. What have I been doing with myself? And then we get back to it. Now, that's how I would write this. And honestly, I think that you would loosely connect what has been kind of a messy story so far into it. And if AEW can somewhat do, what I outlined and kind of just have those parts, I honestly think this would be a really great story. But my biggest worry is in all this is because of what we gotten so far, we kind of skipped a couple of steps because it's only been a couple of months, not even a couple months. It's only been like a couple of weeks, to be completely honest, where we've kind of progressed it to this point. However, the beginning has been sloppy, but if AEW can be consistent and if this is what is happening, again, I could be completely wrong, but I would love for this to happen because not only does it make a good story for AEW too, but as somebody who watches New Japan too, this definitely will give a lot of credit to Callum Newman to kind of be the next one up and to take over United Empire. I mean, literally, his finisher is called the Make Way because he is the Prince of New Japan. So what way than to slay the king that is Will Ospreay of United Empire?
Makes sense.
That's fair. I just feel like this is what I get that, like, the crossovers give us dream matches and things like that, but I also feel like the storylines get disconnected because of multiple promotions and that, like, again, like, I'm not watching New Japan to connect the dots. And this is what, like, kind of like what Ed was talking about earlier. It's like, if if I just watched Dynamite, I saw, like we were talking about United Empire's debut, like, again, kind of to your point too, Mikey, like out of order, like that whole, what was it, the Anarchy, whatever they called it, like Chaos in Canada, whatever.
They had the match on the Dynamite and then had the promo introducing everybody on Saturday. And I was like, oh, well, that could have been, again, I would love to watch all the things and I can't.
Yeah, and that's what that's what kills it. Is like, I feel like there's disconnect because you're not watching everything. Which is, I get the idea is to draw more eyeballs to other products, but it still diminishes. I think to some extent,
like it's like Marvel. You have to watch all of the other things so I know what's happening in the big team up.
And so, and I agree with you. And I think where this happens too, and this has been a big criticism that I've had of AEW, because I watch Dynamite and Collision, it doesn't bother me as much because I'm connecting everything since I watch both shows. But for people who only watch Dynamite on Wednesdays, or there are some people who just watch Collision and don't watch Dynamite, I think, and it's kind of like the tale of two stories, or a tale of two cities, if you will. So not to compare, but just for the sake of my example, WWE and AEW, I have different issues when it comes to storytelling and things like that, where I think, and there's pros and cons to this, right? I think AEW has more fun and fresh ideas when it comes to how they book certain things, how matches are done, how feuds are happening. Sometimes they're a hit, sometimes they're a miss. WWE has a lot of talent, but within the last couple of years, in my personal opinion, it's a lot of reduce, reuse, and recycle kind of, because we see the same storylines, but with a different coat of paint. And sometimes WWE wants you to hopefully forget that, hey, we saw this before, but no, it's brand new because it's been like 2 years. So I give AEW credits with that points. However, I give WWE the points when it comes to reminding us what has been going on in, WWE. Now, do I need a video package every single episode to recap what I just saw? I don't know, like 24 hours ago, maybe? Not really. But I think what WWE does better than AEW, which they should do, is even if it's just commentary, like spending 30 or 40 seconds to be like, hey, so on Dynamite, this happened, and now we're going to get into this. Like, give a quick recap, Spark Notes version it, and then jump into the pre-tape segment so people who aren't watching Dynamite or aren't watching both shows can be like, this is what you need to know. Essentially, it's a now that is what happened on Glee kind of thing. Here's the quick recap. Now let's get into the next part of the story.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that would be magical.
Oh, your lips to God's ears, buddy.
And so I have to give WWE credit to that. I think they overdo it sometimes, but at least with WWE, whether it's pre-taped or, our commentary team, like, I think Michael Cole does a good job of like doing a quick recap of what happened and then giving us the next piece of the story and whatever's happening or whatnot. Or like, quote, using sports terms, like giving it like the layup to be able to, make the slam dunk, if you will. So
yeah. That sounds, again, there's so much going on. And if they talk about they want to bring new eyes in. And if I just watched I turned on I was flipping through channels, turn on AEW, I don't think I would know anything that's going on.
And but what I do think though is that I think what AEW, and there's a little, in my personal opinion, wish they would do that more. But I also think that, again, to get the full story, and the unfortunate bit is I wish it would be AEW who would do this. But I also think it's in a fun way too, where there's other creators out there, other podcasts out there that cover it and kind of give their thoughts and kind of fill in the gaps too. So it's kind of like doing a research paper. You have the main idea of what you're going to do, but you have to find outside sources to make the story fit and to make it flow when you're writing this paper. I think AEW has a lot of good things. They just need to flesh out that secondary information, and they have to they have to work under the assumption that not everyone watches both shows. But I also think that their mindset is just like, you know what, if people are going to tune into either one or the other or both, and we're okay with that. But I think from a presentation standpoint, I think those small little tweaks, I think, would go a long way. But then again, I have more faith that Tony may or may not listen, because I feel like within the last year and a half, Tony, I think, has started getting some feedback from the fans and trying to tweak small things here and there. I swear he has our podcast bug because there are certain very specific things that we have all talked about and then they get fixed. I'm like, I swear, somebody is listening in this house right now. I don't know what's happening, but I'm not going to complain about it.
Listen,
but no.
Yeah, there's a fine line of like the WWE of over explaining and then AEW, I just want you to explain it a little bit more. There's that sweet spot. Like, I want AEW to like inch a smidge more this way.
I agree. No, I got nothing to add. Mikey, what else you got? Our last shot here.
So I know earlier in the show, because a lot, and this is a lot of discourse too, because it always happens around a post-Mania. They're like, there are so many NXT call-ups. So what does that mean for NXT? Well, I'm glad that you asked. So, and this is more specifically to Nikki. You say that you were surprised to see, like Ricky being called up so quickly. And I totally understand, because I was shocked when Shiloh Hill beat Ricky, the other day in NXT. But, because we saw that Ricky was getting called up, I was like, oh, okay, so Shiloh's going to win. Shiloh is also Chaos Gremlin. I love him. He's ridiculous. Him and Tatum are like my favorite pairing right now.
The stuff they've been doing I haven't watched anything on NXT what they've been doing, but like I saw some of their like social media stuff.
They're like next power couple. Like Andy and Loomis are like gave the crowns to the two of them, I feel like. But Mikey, you.
And well, because my biggest issue all the time too, and we go through this every single year down over in NXT. Every time we get a lot of NXT call-ups, NXT has it like there's a devoid of like the stories and like the things that we were doing before people got called up. But I think NXT was smart this time around, because guess what? There's a lot of people who got called up this round. All three of the Fatal, Influence girls, Ethan, Ricky, Blake Monroe's getting called up. Like it's Jordan Grace to a certain extent, even though it's been a month since she got called up. You have, Giulia and Kiana and Stephanie and Sol Ruka is now up here on the main roster, Joe Hendry. So what did NXT do this time around? They began utilizing their newly signed European wrestling talent that they signed from Europe and from over the pond. And I think NXT is in good hands because they have brought in a lot of international talent. Like you have Elio LaFleur now, who was formerly known as Ahil Blanc in France. You have Dorian Van Dux, who is formerly known as Mike Mike DeVecchio or Mike D from Progress. I am so happy that people are gravitating towards Lizzie Rain as much as they are. Oh. I love Lorraine Leverkusen. She was one of my favorite wrestlers, like new to me last year. I love her aesthetic. I love her attitude. That finisher is so unique, and I love it. The Thunderstruck is great. And it's just, and now what I also think is cool too is that, people are gravitating towards the evolved talent. Like Kendall Gray has been a big hit. I'm excited to see, people, I love Callie Armstrong. I'm glad that she's here. I think Callie Armstrong's great. I think NXT is going to be in good, capable hands because they got smart. They realized, hey, we're going to have a lot of talent and we're going to be a little bit of a deficit. So let's figure out what we going to do. Also, Lexis King's beard still needs to be worked on, but that's for a whole different show. And I still hate the name Birthright. Hate it.
Agreed. But I think if AJ is in his ear, can just mold him a little bit, he's 3 to 5 years star. And fix the beard a little bit, but also I don't know how I feel about AJ's beard either. But
fair, Mikey, always a pleasure. Looking forward to everyone probably June breaking out our monthly conversations that I sorely miss. But now we're bringing in Sean and Matt for it, so it'll be a fun little quadrant. What's a quadrant?
That's a quad. The 4 people are a quad.
But isn't it quad?
The quad pod.
I think you're trying to say quadriplegic, and that's not.
No, I was trying to. No,
there's a whole lot of issues if we brand ourselves that way. Because I'm like, we can workshop the name.
Quad.
The quad pod.
I
Squad.
pitched for the tripod, but
Well, there's four
of course
of you.
Mikey said, "Well, yeah,
Like it's
3 channels,
4 people, 3
tripod."
podcasts.
But no, well,
And because we're all chaotic, I listen. I still stand for my vote of the 3-ring circus. Like, but anywho, we'll figure it out. I'm just excited because again, we all did Podmania together in some form or another. We spent a lot of time together over 2 nights of WrestleMania. So now that was the call to arms, if you will. So now it is time to keep that energy going because this summer is going to be a lot of interesting stuff. And even if wrestling television is gross and it is not fun and it is what are we doing with our lives, at least we'll all suffer together.
We're in it together.
Exactly.
Yes, we're all in this together, according to High School Musical.
Mikey, pleasure as always.
Love you,
Till
sir.
next time, buddy. Cheers. Make sure, if you haven't already, check out Mikey, the BC WrestlePod.
BC WrestlePod, love him immensely. Watch his watch-alongs. We crashed his WrestleMania ones. He's the biggest sweetheart. I love him immensely.
Yeah, we always pop in his watch along. I don't know if he's doing Backlash one week. We'll talk next time about it. But Nikki, before we get to last call,
For alcohol, so finish your whiskey or beer. What?
No, I'm gonna get some comments. Some last comments.
Yes.
Kat says, "Why do we need the guns as coaches?" When
No, I said that before. I just that's why I brought up him coaching Lexus King. Jesus, I can talk. Speech impediment. Hello. I get it. Again, I don't know. I feel like, but also wasn't like Alex Shelley like a physical therapist, and like the other one was doing something. Like I don't know if they can go to AEW and make some human monies. I'm gonna make human monies.
Rusin said she loved Joe Hendry's comment, but Logan Paul interrupted it by releasing his rage out.
No, Rusin, I love you immensely. Thank you for. Oh, she's the sweetest pickle.
I agree. I thought it was a good enough segment. Like, did it get him over? I think fair enough. I mean, I think that's the way you introduce him because everyone knows his music and things like that.
I think it's also very different from someone that's kind of flirted with the main roster. Again, him and Randy at WrestleMania. Again, him showing up at the Dre. Not a John Cena thing, but a John Cena adjacent thing. Like, he's not like brand new. I'm honestly more interested with Ricky Saints. How the main roster will kind of again, I know him obviously from AEW. I loved him in AEW. Him and Big Bill should have been bigger together. He should have been bigger by himself. Like NXT him, I feel like but I want him to be Ricky Starks on main. But we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope so. I really hope so because I think he could be great.
Mm-hmm.
Chester came in and said, "What if it was Rikishi that was on the phone with Jake?"
Oh, Chester! My gosh, could be like because Jacob's. I went down a deep. I try if I remember this right. So Jacob's father and Rikishi are brothers.
Okay. Yeah.
And they're actually like bloodline, real bloodline stuff. Like, God, Jackson's having a meltdown upstairs, and I'm a little drunk. So like the Usos and Jacob are actually blood related. When I feel like when Roman Reigns is a little more adjacent. Again, I don't know. But it's like your family, everyone's like a cousin from, I'm like, how? It's like, oh, this is cousin Michelle. I'm like, well, how are you related? And you're like, I don't know, it's cousin Michelle. Okay.
That's fair.
And like the 4,000 Italian cousins we didn't invite to the and I was like, I don't know who these people are. And you're like, I don't know who these people are either. So I'm like, then what?
Fair enough. All right, Nikki. Last call.
Yes.
You always got to bring us home.
Yes.
His name and he appears.
I believe in Steven.
Bleep, blop, blorp. I am Awesemo. I create storylines for WWE.
Steven, what are you thinking? What are you drinking?
Adam Sandler and Jelly Roll win the tag team titles. Lame.
Who is the next United States Women's Champion?
United States Women's Champion is Lacey Evans.
What about the next? Who is the next person to turn heel?
Reply Hazy. Try again. Lame. I am an honorary manatee.
Oh, God. That
I can see it maybe having a place, really, but I mean, you know, don't be 100% reliant on it. I don't know how reliant they are on it. I will say that looking back at some of this stuff over the last few months, you know, the reaction is now like, oh, all right, now it all makes sense. Pat McAfee in the main event.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the AI, the AI component. Yeah, like Pat McAfee, Jelly Roll, like these guys are super over. I almost started talking like a robot.
Yeah.
And,
You gotta eyeball these things. You know,
Mhm.
you want to use AI to maybe generate the basis of things and use that as a leaping off point. All right. But, you know, just to be entirely dependent on it, like whoever that schmuck was from TKO, what was it, Shapiro? I think it was, I forget who it was. It wasn't Ari. I know that. Just fucking, you know, look, just admit you're using Awesemo, and and let's be done with it. You know, there used to be a thing. I don't know if this is still a thing where. If you were going to a concert and the concert was going to be entirely lip syncing or backtracks, like what Britney used to do when she went out and did a big tour, they had to say so on the ticket. In fact, I think Britney was the inspiration for that. Britney and or Janet Jackson. So now they can just say, you know, if that's still a law, they can just say that WWE's lip syncing storylines on the tickets. And then we can be, you know, and then we can all just get on with our lives. And oh, it's not Hunter, it's the robot. It's the robot manatee.
and we can redirect our anger.
Yeah.
Anyway. What else are you thinking, Steve?
What else am I thinking? Let's, you know, I guess let's look at some of the debuts and call-ups here. Again on Fatal Influence, aka Dress Shield. Just, you know, you're called up like that and you get instant, almost nuclear heat. I won't go so far as to call it nuclear. Sometimes people say there's a difference between like NXT over and main roster over. You know, and you get people who they were big time over in NXT and then they come up to the main roster, and whether it's their own fault or not, they shit the bed. Oh, there you go. See, Laney's got her knee pads on the wrong knees. The R should be on the other one. They need to be reversed.
Steven.
Yep, there's proof right there. See, I knew they should have kept Mandy Rose instead.
Mandy Rose is making bank somewhere else, babe.
No joke there.
No.
No joke.
Yeah.
Kinda,
Tell me when I'm telling lies, Steven!
No. Kind of made me surprised a little that Lacey Evans, who went down that same route, decided she was going to come back to wrestling. But maybe she just misses it. You know, who knows? But yeah, the Fatal Influence call up. I know it's just he was just a couple of months ago, but reminded me of Trick Williams' call up because he was instantly over with the main roster, and because the other side of that is you could be really over in NXT, like let's say Cameron Grimes.
Oh, it hurts my heart. That fucking hurts my heart. But
yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, he just laid a big nothing burger on the main roster. Again, was it his own fault? Was it creative's fault? Who knows? But that's what happened. So welcome that. As far as the NXT new arrivals go, I'd like to piggyback off of Mikey's endorsement of Lizzie Rain. What a finishing maneuver that is.
Oh, that looked so fucking good.
Oh, that was vicious. And, I hear some people been trying to poo-poo it by saying, oh, it's kind of dependent on the opponent lifting her up in the air, and the opponent has to have two pretty strong knees. Well, who was her opponent in that match? Nikita Lyons.
With knees.
With zero good knees. I don't even know why she's not wearing the brace anymore. But whatever. And she got her up in the air really, really good. And I'm looking forward to more of her. And also another debut. They didn't mention his name. Well, two others. One, Evil. They didn't mention his name either.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to be in NXT very long. I think he's just there for a cup of coffee, give Tony D'Angelo a title match, and then bring him right up. But this guy, Will Cruz.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't think he used it on NXT, but I saw, I think what's typically his finishing maneuver in footage from, an earlier time from him is, lift him up for a power bomb and snap him over real quick into a power slam. I don't know what the name of it is. I didn't catch it, but that finisher looked incredible. Plus, his slogan, he's big, he's bad, he'll beat up your dad.
Yeah.
I think, oh, man. I know he just got here, but, let's hope for bigger and better things for all of them. Best of luck to all the newer. There was a lot of new arrivals in NXT the other night, but, best of luck to all of them, but especially to those three.
Yeah,
Lacey arguably is the most popular women's wrestler in NXT right away.
Yeah, her look is so incredible. That move is so incredible. Again, Nikita having no knees to do that with, but I don't think that's a move that you really need. It's more her kind of like jumping, and then I don't know. I don't think she needs someone that can it's not like a flippy do. I think she can hit it kind of on anybody, and I think that's the best part of it. And I know people are upset about Evil, but I know he said he wanted to go to NXT again, it's different how I think you want to learn. They want you to look at the camera. How am I going to turn? How am I supposed to be there? I agree with you. He's not there for a long time, but a good time, just to learn the little things.
They want you to get some of them want to get accustomed to being in America.
And I think with Will Cruz, I think they very much was very low key that no one knows that he's coming out besides basically the producer and Tony. And then when he came out, Vic Joseph was like, "Is that a fan? What fan do you know that's that big can then do a fucking moonsault onto Tony?" And Tony sells it. And then I think the biggest prop in the world that John Cena said he's big, he's bad, he'll body slam your dad. And I think that's the biggest endorsement this guy can get.
Yeah.
If John Cena's watching your indie shit.
Yeah, exactly. If Cena's endorsing you before you've even had a match, that is high praise.
Yeah.
The last person that did something like that I remember was 10 well, no, not even 10, probably like 15 years ago, was Kevin Owens by Stone Cold. Stone Cold gave him the most ringing endorsement, and then he finally got signed like a couple months later from WWE. And I was like, well, if Stone Cold gives you the endorsement, you know you're going to get something. And yeah, sure enough.
Exactly.
But Steve, what else you got?
Just on the other side of the call-ups thing, you know, if anybody who took any joy in any of the releases, by the way, for, you know, whatever reason, I mean, you can fuck right off. I mean, you know, if somebody got fired for just like, you know, being a jackass or something, then, you know, okay. All right, that person kind of deserved it. Ha ha, you did something stupid, now you're out of work. But I mean, that wasn't the case of anything here.
Agree.
So, you know, like, enough. Oh, ha ha, Aleister Black, or, you know, whoever, just pick one. Lost his job. Like, no, that's not funny. That's not reason. What did he do? I mean, you know, he didn't do anything. They laid him off like they laid off all the others, and that's that. Although there is a conspiracy theory about one of them, and that's that Kyrie isn't really let go.
She's gonna come out in her black hoodie on Backlash.
Yeah, because, you know, they bought all those sweatshirts in bulk and various sizes, so, you know.
Here comes the money. Here we go.
You know, yeah. Well, you know, they're a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They have to save money somewhere, so bulk sweatshirts.
Exactly.
A good deal's a good deal.
True. Very true.
Yeah. So just, you know, if you took any delight in anybody being, you know, being put out of their job, just shut the fuck up. Just enough already. I mean, I didn't like some of them either, but I'm not happy that they lost their means of income.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
These are people's lives and their livelihood. So.
Yeah. And one final conspiracy theory I heard, nothing to do with the releases. You know, there's going back to Mania, the layout of the 2 days. There's a theory going around, not an Austin one, but a theory that basically Saturday was set up by Hunter and the producers to cater to TKO, and Sunday was for Hunter and the other bookers. So therefore,
I did hear that.
You know, just a comparison and contrast. This is what happens your way. This is what happens our way.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anybody. I haven't seen anybody who liked night 1 better than night 2.
Very true.
So, you know, there's some weight to it. Who knows if it, who knows if it's the case? But I found it very interesting. You know, their little elbow into the ribs of TKO, and, you know, who knows?
Yeah, you gonna fuck up? I'll show you how it's done.
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna force us to put McAfee in the main event. All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do with him.
FAFO. Everyone's new mantra. FAFO. FAFO.
I mean, you know, let's not be like these producers and writers. I mean, we may disagree with creative choices every once in a while, more than once in a while, but they're not stupid. So, you know, I'd like to believe that this one is actually a fact. But, we may never know. Even if it shows up on Unreal, we may never know.
Yeah, exactly. I know. It's only a few people will. But Steven, pleasure as always.
Awesome-o, powering down for the night. Lame.
Cheers. Steven! blips and bloops and blops. Be boops.
I know. He's a great guy. Love having him. But, Nikki, we are running over, and Jackson's going to go nuts.
He's literally tap dancing.
So I'll let Triple H take us out.
Thought we had a spectacular event tonight. Very excited that so far everybody seems to have come out unscathed. You know, banged up, bumps and bruises, but nobody's seriously injured, which I always hold my breath on these events. You want to see people have the best outing that they can possibly have and make memories, but do it safely. And we were able to do that tonight.
Oh my gosh! You guys, Chester, Stan, and Kat. Oh my god, Mikey coming in, Rushin popping in. You guys are the flippin' best. I can't even explain how much you guys you mean to this community, to the world, to my Friday nights.
It's our Friday nights, isn't
it?
Always a fun time. Thanks for joining us. Back here next Friday. Backlash preview.
Oh my god.
I know. Already getting the backlash of WrestleMania. But until then, you don't have to go home.
But you can't stay here. Goodbye, my